All right, Bucky, let's jump in here. Playoffs, Dolphins-Steelers wildcard matchup. These two teams, they met earlier this year. Big win for the Miami Dolphins. And we look at this football game. We've got two great running backs, right? Played outstanding. But how about these two wide receivers we're going to see in this contest?
Very intriguing wide receiver matchup, Jarvis Landry versus Antonio Brown. But really, when I look at the Miami Dolphins, they have a couple guys that can make big plays down the field. And I believe those guys are going to have to show up, particularly if Matt Moore is playing quarterback.
All right, let's jump into the tape here. Take it away here.
Jarvis Landry is an ideal slot receiver. He's physical, he's tough, he's gritty, does the dirty work between the hashes. Here we're going to see a nice little option route. You see, look, 1,136 receiving yards. Had a very, very productive year. He's going to sit down. Matt Moore is looking out of an empty formation. He wants to hit him. There's a guy kind of in the passing lane. He's going to work over across the field. And what I've always liked about Jarvis Landry since his time as LSU is not necessarily what he does before the catch, it's after the catch. The toughness that he displays. Dante Hightower, Eric Rowe closing in, talking about a combined 475 pounds, taking on a guy that's 203 pounds. But this is what I liked about him. He reminded me a little bit of Anquan Bolden in terms of with the ball in his hands. He finds a way to put the ball in the paint, and you have to like that if you're a Dolphins fan.
Well, you got Thunder and Lightning we think are running backs, but how about the Thunder Lightning thing we got going on here with the Dolphins receivers?
Kenny Stills, big-time vertical threat for them. There you see him on the outside. 40-yard dash, 4.38 seconds. You like the speed. There we see a little switch route, a little crisscross. Gets over the top. Ball is delivered on time. He has to deliver some of these big-time plays over the top of the defense, create space not only for Jarvis Landry, but also Devontae Parker has been making some noise. I like their wide receiver core. They certainly can challenge the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, you look at their sixth wide receiver in Miami history with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. That's Jarvis Landry there. He's been outstanding, Bucky. I like the depth of that core that they have, but I'll tell you what, the best receiver in this game wears 84 and plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over 100 catches, that's just old hat for Antonio Brown. You talked about that grittiness, that toughness with Jarvis Landry. How about what AB does here with the game on the line against your rival, the Baltimore Ravens? A little drive route here underneath, shallow cross. He's got to score, Bucky. There's not enough time to get another playoff. He's got to get the ball in the end zone. You got three defenders barreling in on him here, including a pretty big physical linebacker. And watch this 186 pounds of just pure want-to from Antonio Brown. We see all the flashy plays he makes down the field and the great celebrations, but show you a little of his grittiness right there. Well, you talk about the depth of receivers. How about just the overall weapons and premier weapons in that? You look at Lev Bell, since he's got back into the lineup, missed some time earlier in the season, Buck, he's been outstanding. We know he can run the ball, but what he does in the passing game, hit him on a little angle route right here. You just kind of freeze it right here. Look at all these defenders, and look where he's located. We got inclement weather as well. There's no way he emerges out of this pile. I mean, come on. He's going to go down here at the 38-yard line. Wait, hold on.
It looks like Madden.
Wait a second. What?
It looks like a Madden.
It does look like Madden.
It looks like Madden with the snow there.
Little snow globe game. So he can help you out and complement Antonio Brown. Where are you going to devote your resources? Brown right there, you see it. Those numbers speaks for themselves, Bucky. So if you come into this game plan, before you tell me who you're going to pick, if you're the Dolphins, you got to try and take one of these guys away. Easier said than done. Who you trying to take away?
I think you have to take away Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is a guy who was accounted for over 56% of the touches since he's been on the field. I just don't believe you can let him get going. As a running receiver, he's too dangerous. You have to take the running game away. You have to live with whatever Antonio Brown does on that back.
See Julian Edelman go off against this Dolphins secondary?
I did see him go off.
I think this guy's going to go off against him too. Who you picking?
I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is one of the only teams that can knock off the New England Patriots in the AFC. I believe Big Ben takes his game up a notch in the postseason. And the Killer Bees, Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, get it done.
If Adam Gase wins a playoff game with Matt Moore going up against Ben Roethlisberger on the road, you are the man. I just don't see it happening here. I agree with you. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game. Maybe a little bit lower scoring than people anticipate, but I think at the end of the day, the Pittsburgh Steelers emerge victorious and march on.